What is going on, guys? Taylor Stuber with Locks DFS.com, bringing my locks and sleepers for this Thursday 6-game NBA slate. Yesterday was something else, especially after lock once Giannis was ruled that he was going to be, if he played, he was going to be monitored, and we were unaware of that before. All we knew was that he was probably should have been listed as questionable if it was that serious, because he looked like shit when he was out there. And then we got the news that Rajon Rondo was starting over JaVale McGee just like a minute or two before lock, which was a pretty big deal, especially because the reason I like LeBron so much moving forward is because they were playing him at the point guard position rather than Rondo, and Rondo was coming off the bench, and so that was big news. So luckily we've been getting this news earlier into the day. Especially with the Embiid and Boban news we'll talk about later. And then as soon as I hit record, I found out that Steph Curry was ruled out, Kevin Durant rather, which makes sense considering that the spread was only 6.5 points. I know it is in Orlando, and Orlando has been better over the past month or so, absolutely demolishing teams. But I feel like if the team was full strength for the Warriors, it would have been more than 6.5 points. But nonetheless, if you want to enter the giveaway for a free season pass, all you have to do is subscribe, comment below with your favorite play of the day, and make sure to like the video, and then make sure to turn on your notifications for our YouTube channel. Hit the little bell notification so you will be notified when we go live when I discuss the NBA slate more in depth at 4 p.m. Eastern time every single day, Monday through Friday. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Ricky Rubio exited last game with a hamstring injury, looking like he's going to miss this game, more on the doubtful side. So with him, Alec Burks obviously off the team, Exum still out as well. In a pretty good sample size of 498 minutes, we got Donovan Mitchell with a 37% usage rating and an assist percentage of 28.8%. Both of those lead the team, averaging 1.33 fantasy points per minute. Gets a decent matchup against Denver, who isn't the best team defensively, but are a rather slow team. But when you're their entire team, him and Rudy Gobert, at only $8,000 on DraftKings and over here on FanDuel, he is only $9,000, which I like him on both sides. Like him more on DraftKings, but now that we get the news that Kevin Durant's going to be out, I like Klay Thompson quite a bit. So I'm kind of going off top with this, but I do like Donovan Mitchell still quite a bit. And then we look at when Ricky Rubio left that game yesterday over here on Popcorn Machine. Raul Neto, it was in the third quarter, and then Raul Neto ended up coming in and then playing 11 of the last 14 minutes. So assuming this game stays competitive with the Denver Nuggets, Raul Neto is probably the chalkiest and best play for on the slate at 3.2K over here on DraftKings, and then I'm pretty sure he's minimum price over here on FanDuel. He is. He's going to be very, very chalky, and for good reason. So don't miss out on a play like that. And then over here for the 76ers, Boban is out, and so is Embiid. And we've seen in the last two games that Embiid has been out, even with Boban in. They've been playing Mike Scott a lot at the 5 because no team really wants to run Boban. That's not really that kind of player that he is to play extended minutes, much more past 20 minutes. So Mike Scott has played 30 and 31 minutes each of the last two games, and now Boban's out, joining Embiid on the sideline. Jonah Bolden might get the start. Amir Johnson might get a couple extra minutes because he's been out of the rotation. But Mike Scott's going to continue to get these minutes in a super fast game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, which I want to be overweight on. A 240.5 over under. It's actually risen a 1.5 with only 49% of the bets on the over. So slight sharp money on the over. But regardless, it's still rising, and I want to be a part of that. Especially with Mike Scott, who's very affordable, only 3.8K in small forward, power forward eligible. I expect him to play 30-plus minutes this game. He's not the best fantasy producer, but he's kind of going to just fall into these fantasy points in such a fast-paced game against Oklahoma City. They really have no chance. Oklahoma City doesn't really have much of a chance of stopping this offense regardless, and it's going to work vice versa. With the Thunder versus them, and that's kind of why the over-under is rising so fast. Only 4.5K over here on FanDuel. Now, you're going to have a decision over here while Bam Adebayo is probably the best play on the slate outside of Raul Neto with us on Whiteside and James Johnson out. You're going to have to decide between Mike Scott and Kelly Olynyk for 1,000 more. It is pretty close. But I'll leave that for my Slack chat members and the Locks members. See what I end up doing, give them more information so they can make their own decision on that. But then, and my favorite set of the day is going to be Russell Westbrook, and that's pretty clear to me. I don't like James Harden with everyone back, and it's been telling as of late with Chris Paul and Clint Capella back. His usage rate, assist percentage, and rebound percentages are all down, and it makes obvious sense. And then if Jeff Teague is out again, I like Karl Anthony Towns a ton yesterday. I was telling everyone yesterday, even before the Giannis news, that I liked him way more than Giannis, and I liked LeBron a bit more than them. And both of them had very solid games. But anyways, I hope you guys do well today. Best of luck in all of your games. And until next time, peace.